Welcome back into Bengals Breakdown by Chat Sports. I am Tom Downey. Been a long time since we did a video, but the channel was never deleted, and we're trying to get it up and running for the off season. We'll tell you more about our goals there in a little bit. But the first story we've got is on Tee Higgins and a potential trade. I know how you guys feel. Don't worry, I'll break it all down. PFF has pitched a Tee Higgins trade to the Detroit Lions, and there's been plenty of speculation bordering on trade rumors because Higgins, who shares the same agent, by the way, per PFF, as Jessie Bates, which is noteworthy as far as I'm concerned, is entering the final year of his deal. And because you have to pay Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, and those are going to be massive, basically record-setting deals most likely, there's been hope from other fan bases about acquiring Tee Higgins. We'll break down why the Bengals don't actually have to do that. But first, we're bringing back the channel, and we need your help to make it a full-time one at Chat Sports. The sooner we get to 1,000 subs, the better. So if you love the Bengals and you want more free videos on them, hit that subscribe button for me right now. Higgins has been a great player for the Bengals. 1,000-yard campaign this past year. Tyler Boyd, and of course Jamar Chase form one of, if not the best, wide receiver trios in the entire NFL. Higgins has been a pivotal part of this Bengals offense since they took him in round 2 out of Clemson. And there would be significant trade value if the Bengals decide, you know what, we're not going to pay him long term, let's trade him away. The PFF trade idea is the Lions get Tee Higgins, giving them a bigger-bodied wide receiver threat to pair with Jamison Williams and Amon-Ra St. Brown, and now maybe that's one of your better wide receiver trios in the NFL. The Bengals get the number 18 overall pick this year and a 2024 fourth-rounder. From a pure value standpoint, that is pretty good return on the investment. For the Bengals, just take an early second-rounder, have him for several years, get a top 20 draft pick. You could go take a new receiver there, Quentin Johnston, maybe. Maybe you draft a offensive lineman, be it a Broderick Jones, an Osiris Torrance, whatever. The Lions get their receiver. Bengals maximize that value for Tee Higgins, but they do not have to, as I'll get into more in depth here momentarily. But I do want to hear from you guys in the comments section. Would you trade Tee Higgins? If you ran the Bengals, would you sell him while the team has value? Y for yes, N for no. Get those votes in for me in the comment section right now. I will spend some time on this, my argument here. We can go through some graphics as needed. I would not trade Tee Higgins. The Bengals do not have to trade him if they do not want to. If they choose to make this a franchise around Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Tee Higgins, they absolutely can. They could trade Tyler Boyd. They could cut Tyler Boyd if they wanted to and still have the funds available. Now, the Bengals might not be the most cash-rich organization in the NFL, but they have the ability, if they so choose, to keep Higgins, keep Jamar Chase, and keep Joe Burrow, at least for the short term. Remember, they don't have to trade Higgins. They could keep him cheap this year. They've got franchise tag options if they so choose, which would be a bit pricey, but it would allow them to keep those core pieces in place. And for the Bengals, while Joe Burrow is super cheap, that is their window. So if their path is, we're going to keep Higgins for now, we'll run the risk of losing him for a third-round comp pick later on, and be aggressive in the rookie contract quarterback window, I don't have any major complaints on that standpoint. They don't have to. I'm unconvinced that they will. In the event they do trade Higgins, it should be a massive haul in return because the Bengals, again, don't need to trade Higgins unless they choose to want to do so.